Hey everyone, so welcome back to my channel, and today we're making a legless miter stand. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be building a floating miter station. As you can see currently, I have 3 cabinets that I use for my miter bench. In my other workshop, they were placed right next to each other, so it made a full bench top. And what was nice about this is the space is so small, with the center one here, the miter saw actually flipped underneath to create a flat workspace. When you have a lot less workspace to work in, you need as much countertop space as possible. So with this design, as you can see here, it's going to run the span of this section of the wall.
So here we have about an 18-foot workbench. Each wing is about 8 feet long, and then you have the miter station there in the middle. There's a swing down sander, and then there's plenty of room underneath for mobile storage carts. I felt this would be a good idea in case I ever needed some extra counter space when I'm working around the workshop. Sorry about the cutout. I've had some issues with my cameras during this build. Between the batteries dying on me and ended up losing some footage, I wasn't able to get everything that I wanted in this. I figured I'd break down some of the old workbenches to be able to reuse the wood. Given the price of lumber right now, it was definitely a good choice. So here I'm putting together the frame for the left side of the workbench. It's going to have a cutout area in the middle, and that's where the sander is going to go. One of the boards had a bit of a twist in it, so I was able to use a pipe clamp to get the leverage to straighten it out. After I screwed it together, you could see that the frame had a little bit of a twist to it, but once I mounted it to the wall, it was straight as an arrow. You're going to see that there's going to be a jump in my progress. That was due to my camera dying. All I did was I attached the countertop and then I put in the sander. The sander uses one of those kitchen appliance shelves that is able to swing out. This way when I need it, I can just pull it up and out, use it, and then tuck it back away underneath when I'm done. This way it's always at hand but not in the way. I'm now started cutting out the top for the right side of the bench. The framing went together the same as the left. The only difference is it doesn't have that cutout for the sander.
Alright everyone, so it's a new day. My phone just completely died, so I ended for the day, decided to go ahead and just get it charged up, and we'll continue later. So where I left off, I was just getting ready to put in the actual supports for the miter stand itself. So I just gotta go ahead and screw those in and then see about putting on the top for that. Then I need to install the fence for the miter saw. That's gonna go along the width of it, and then put in the storage boxes that are gonna go behind the fence. So let's keep at it.
For the miter saw itself, all I did was create a little square frame, put it in between the spaces, and then attach a piece of MDF to the top. For the miter fence, I'm just using some extruded aluminum. It's bigger than I expected when I received it, but I figured it'd work just as well. It's not really going to be there to keep the wood straight. I'm going to use the fence on the actual miter saw for that. This is more for attaching the stop block when I want to do repeated cuts. I have seen other versions where you can actually put a stop block in the table itself, but I kind of like the look of the aluminum fence.
Alright everyone, so as you saw, we got the fence in and we started working on the storage bin that goes behind the fence. But as you can see, my work area here is a bit of a mess. So before I keep working on that, the first thing I really need to do is clean this off. So that way I have a chance to, well, have a chance to actually have a place to work. So it's going to take a while to do that, so I figured I'd just try doing it the quick way. Alright, let's see if this works. Guess that didn't work too well. Let's try it again. Yeah, it worked.
Where the doors meet the upper ledge on the storage bin, it wasn't sitting nice and flush, so I had to sand down the edge to get a nice flat surface so that way they would meet correctly. For the paint job, if you haven't noticed around the shop already, I'm kind of going with a theme. So I'm using some matte black for the actual boxing, and then I'm using a matte green for the lids. Looking back though, I probably should have used some primer on the MDF because it was just soaking the paint up like crazy. And here we have the finished miter station. Unfortunately, I lost some of the footage building the actual dust box, though it is just a simple box. I used cardboard templates to find the correct shape for the front doors. This way they would fit around the miter handle without interfering when I go to use it. I made the doors out of 1/4-inch ply. I feel that will be enough just to keep the dust from flying out when I'm using the saw.
Well, there you go. It is my legless miter bench station. Overall, I am extremely happy with how it turned out. I know some people think that the support bench right here for where the wood lays should be deeper. I probably should have made it a little bit deeper, but with the miter saw that I have, to be able to get the full radius, the bench would actually have to come out an additional 6 inches. And another 6 inches would make it a bit hard to reach the stuff that I might have up top on the cleat wall, because I am going to be adding more cleats to it. And for the most part, between having the extension on the actual saw, and I'm not really going to be doing real big cuts, at least no time soon, this will work well enough. And what I could even do later on is along the front here, put some support brackets that can actually pull out to add the support that I need for bigger pieces. As you can see underneath, I have all kinds of room for extra storage that I may need. I am going to be building a rolling cart, which will be going on this end here. That will mainly hold my camera gear and all my electronic works. I'm going to have dust collection coming down the back wall under to connect on to the miter saw from the back and to the sander, because I definitely am getting tired of sweeping up all the dust around here. So that's about it. Like I said, I am very pleased with how this turned out. So if you could just do me a favor, I greatly appreciate it. Just hit subscribe, ring the bell if you want to see more of my videos, and hit that like button if you enjoyed what you saw in this video today. So until next time, see you later.